Let's get it. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and you are now here with your Pulitzer Prize winning interviewer himself, Christopher Turner. I got to get my Q&A on now because I gotta win me a daytime Emmy or some shit. So check this out. I'm about to throw out some random questions, see if the guys can answer it. We're going to go from there. So it's pretty much well known and established who's going to be the number one draft pick in the NFL this season. Well, upcoming season.
As of this point, yeah.
As of this point, barring anything happens. If you're Trevor Lawrence, because this is the whole thing that's kind of trending on Twitter right now. If you're Trevor Lawrence and the Jets get that number one pick, do you just say fucking and stay one more year, or you just go get that money?
Go get the money. They got a lot of cap room, but I want some demands. I'm demanding you. Number one, spend that bread. I need a left tackle, protect my blind side. I need a right tackle, protect my front side. You better get both of those jokers in there off top. I need somebody that's going deep, and I need a running back. So you figure out all that cap space you got. You got some draft picks you traded away, a great safety to Seattle. But I need something like, hey, you can bring me on, but I will guarantee I will sit on the bench until you figure that out. But I'm going to the league.
Walt, what you say?
Yeah, I can be quick on this. I'll throw two names at you. John Elway, Eli Manning. That's what I do if I was Trevor Lawrence.
Makes sense. All right. Okay. Nice little softball pitch at you right now.
Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, from the fiance, Patrick Mahomes is having a baby girl.
We cover it all, baby. We cover it all.
Hey, well, right here. I got my correspondent in the field right here. Callie
Breaking news. Breaking news.
Patrick Mahomes is having a girl. Shout out Mahomes.
You heard it on What's Good America.
Hey, you heard it first on What's Good America. That's what she said. It's like, back to you guys.
Back to you, Chuck.
Hey,
all right.
Hey, hold up. Now I'm thinking about the great concept. Nothing like three big-ass black dudes with the white girl correspondent sending it back. I think if that isn't What's Good America, I don't know what is. I love it. I love you, honey. That was awesome.
All right. So let me toss this one at you. Mac Jones, is he playing himself to be draftable now? And is it late rounds, or is he playing himself to be drafted in the first 3 rounds?
You can never trust the Alabama quarterback.
I don't disagree with that.
But he's going to be drafted. He's draftable.
When?
I gotta answer your question with a question.
Go ahead.
What's his what year is he? What's his eligibility right now?
He's done.
So he's a senior right now.
And like we said earlier, like they can all come back next year if they want.
I think he should come back. Why come out in the draft with the Fields and a Lawrence and actually I think
Trey Burke.
You talking about Trey Lance? But I know
Trey Lance. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's who's going to be the consensus number 1 overall quarterback. I actually think at the end of the day it's going to be this kid from North Dakota. I think he's
number 1 overall over Trevor Lawrence.
I think
Trey Lance is nice.
He's a 4.4.
Yeah, Trey Lance is nice. I ain't saying he's not nice. I'm just saying they're going to discount the fact that obviously he played North Dakota State.
What does that matter? We've already come over that hurdle. Look at Josh Allen at Wyoming, smaller D1 in recent time, and then look at Wentz was an MVP candidate before the knee. We've overcome that. This kid is faster. Like he's a step and a half. He's a step slower than Lamar Jackson. So
all right.
But yeah, that's a good one, Chris. But that's Mac Jones. Absolutely, Baze is 100% right. He will be drafted. But if I had a year,
I don't think he comes back because he'll get screwed over the same way Jalen did. Because they got that kid from California sitting right there waiting, who was supposed to be better than Tua and the best quarterback to come out of that class and for the last 5 or 10 years.
Must not be that good.
Oh, it's the same thing they did to Tua. All they need is a rope so that Matt can hang himself, pretty much.
And also, you got to think, too, Alabama just pretty much plugs in quarterbacks. Like Saban has a knack for just finding guys that's going to make sure that just don't mess up at a bare minimum. We're going to take care of everything. Just don't mess up.
Hold on. Here's another reason why he has to leave. You know who else is in that quarterback room right now? The grandson of Bear Bryant. The kid's not great, but that kid has to play.
He at least gonna get a shot. He gonna get a shot to stink it up.
He has to.
Like, he'll get a shot to stink it up.
I don't agree with it, but that kid is going to have to see the field at some time.
See, this is all the 2016 selection's fault. This is exactly where we're at right now. We got to play him because his last name is Bryant. He's Bear Bryant kid.
He's a Bear Bryant kid.
I didn't see Michael's kids make the NBA.
Well, one stopped playing. Well, one was a walk-on, and the
UCF,
other one
wasn't it?
No. Marcus was good at UCF. I think he had a decent, like, he had an average path to get to the NBA. The other, I think the oldest brother was the one that walked on to Illinois. And
I can help you. Jeff was all-state. Jeff earned a scholarship to Illinois. Did play a lot. When Marcus got his ride, because Marcus was actually a top, 200 player. Because Marcus got the height. They both went to UCF together because Michael basically made UCF become Jordan Brand. That's how that happened. But that's my point I'm making. He went to Illinois. Jeff wasn't starting. Jeff got some minutes. And they looked at Mike and said.
But those boys didn't go to North Carolina.
Wouldn't have played either.
True. All right.
That's all I'm saying. Okay. I just love that.
That's why Illinois basketball ain't been worth a damn since.
Hey, we're not doing that. We're not doing that tonight. It's not time for that. Stop it. Stop it.
We can go basketball early now. We can go basketball early.
Hey. No, because we don't even know. Stop it.
All right. Okay. Let me get back into it.
No.
Pac-12. The Pac-12 is going to play, I believe it's 8 games, I think it is. 8 or 10 games.
The Pac-12 is like a 2-minute segment. Big 10, 40 minutes, SEC forever. Pac-12, quick question.
They can't even breathe out there. They ain't playing no games. Can't even breathe out there in California. The air quality is shot.
Does the Pac-12 even get a team in the Final Four?
No.
Oh, next question.
No. They will not have a team in the – they will not have a team in the college playoff.
Oh, Stanford is right.
The selection committee will choose a 2-loss Georgia over an undefeated Pac-12 team.
Northwestern would get in before.
Jesus Christ.
Listen, I'm right up the street from Stanford. I'm telling you right now, we went up there last year and watched Stanford play, thinking Stanford was going to be all right. And UCLA came in and beat the brakes off them. UCLA is trash.
Okay.
They don't even know their own hierarchy in the conference. Like UCLA ain't been good since Chris Markienan was there.
Shout out to Markienan Holmes
and Frederick Holmes.
All right, so let me shoot you with this one. We'll switch topics. Way too early predictions. NBA next year, if it's full go, and you come back with the healthy Golden State. They said that Kevin Durant put on like 20 pounds, so that makes him like 150 now. Like, so everybody's healthy. We'll say the whole entire season plays out with everybody being healthy, no injuries. We won't predict trades because I got a sneaky suspicion that somebody's going to end up in Miami. But no trades. The way it is now, who wins it?
Golden State.
Clippers.
I'm not going to disagree with –
I preface this, Golden State, there are 2 draft picks I think the kid from Georgia or the ball kid.
I'm not going to touch that. I'm going to come at you. I'm going to come at you, Walt. Why the Clippers? Because there's already dissension in that locker room a little bit, so why the Clippers?
I think the one thing Ty Lue has proven that he knows how to do is manage personalities. See, that's the key to winning championships in the NBA when you have superstars, is managing personalities. That guy got Kyrie and LeBron to find a way to come back 3-1. Now, it cost him his health. That's why he couldn't do it after LeBron left. That's why they were 0-6, and they were like, dude. Remember, he left in the middle of the season with, like, heart.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's probably, probably talked to Phil, got some Zen Buddha stuff. He's probably,
So hold on.
Sage. They're
So
still the most talented team in the NBA. It's still the Clippers.
So was it actual heart, or was it the Urban Meyer heart condition?
Man, Urban had a heart condition.
Urban Meyer's been sick, bro. Like, that's a
man. He was in the hospital, man. Hey, coaching is stressful.
I don't know.
Hey, look,
I agree.
I damn near had a heart condition coaching little league, little guy football. Yeah. It ain't hard to get a heart condition coaching football.
I just find it funny how Urban Meyer went from those back-to-back Florida teams, and then conveniently enough, when kind of the shit kind of hit the fan and Aaron Hernandez is out there murking bitches, and the Pouncey twins is all gang banged up, and Tebow is believing in Jesus and taking knees, and like all the shit that's going on, and Riley Cooper's out there calling people niggers with the hard R. Like, with all that going on, then
everyone in here, bro. Everyone in here, bro. I'm like,
I just find it
Riley,
convenient.
that's how you feel?
Hey,
I find it convenient. That's when the heart condition kicked in.
He threw all his money. That dude would still be in the league. Philadelphia could use Riley Cooper right now. They might be a better team with that ignorant some.
No.
Anyway.
No. Get him out of here. No.
Hey, so that's it. I mean, to me, I'd love if we can get like a 70-game slate, bubble or no bubble for a little bit. I love seeing Golden State back in it, back to the core three and with a top draft pick. And let's not forget that, I mean, they arguably have the best third scorer in the league. That's why I like Bays picking Golden State with Wiggins. Wiggins is
Wiggins.
He's the wild
Wiggins
card.
Gonna be all right, man. Wiggins
can
get you a quiet 30, easy.
So he's the
quiet
wild
30,
card.
easy.
And whoever they draft, if they draft somebody that fits them, or if they draft somebody that's gonna get them somebody, they got a plan, dude. Like,
I think that Georgia kid is a missing piece. All right. Okay.
I don't think he's a missing piece to them.
Well, he can add to what they have.
Another 6'5" guy, like he shoots with, like, he's a volume. Okay, I want to get off because you're on fire.
Yeah.
Questions.
Okay. Next year, like I said, KD has now gained 15, 20 pounds. He's now a solid 155 at 7 feet tall. Who has a better year? KD, Giannis, or LeBron?
KD.
Why?
A year off, more muscle. He's always been a smart player. I think a lot has. I think his basketball IQ has been overlooked over the years. But KD has always been a very efficient player. I think he puts up 30 with Kyrie this year, averaging 30. And I don't know if Giannis is he's not going to average 30. I think Giannis is going to have to be a better player in terms of his basketball skill set. Either that being him being a better shooter or a better facilitator, because he only can get so far with his current skill set. Now, mind you, it's a very dominant skill set, something that we have not quite seen. But I say KD.
Okay.
The reason why I say KD with him is this to me. This is where I would love to be on First Take, because me and Stephen A. would get into it. It'd be fun to hear him be loud, and I'd be like, Stephen A., there's no need to get loud with him. I just disagree with you. There's no pressure on KD. There really is no pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no pressure. Like, think about how much pressure there is on Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
Now, LeBron is now the things he's uttered, give me my damn respect, and I'm still chasing. Like, he has said things where he is, I think, in the right way for himself. He's put pressure on himself because he knows if he gets 5,
then you're in question.
Now the conversation changes, and it changes even with me where I have to go. It does. It does.
LeBron's legacy was cemented when he won with Cleveland for me. His legacy was already planted. It doesn't change. I'm talking about for me personally. His legacy is going to be.
I wasn't talking about you at all at this point, which is what I think is even better.
So we're going to give LeBron.
See, I'm over here. I'm getting the sauce getting to me. I'm over here talking lip to my security guards. I shouldn't be doing that. Let me do some push-ups. Go ahead.
For me, LeBron James is the prototypical basketball player. If you were creating a player in a lab, it's LeBron James, hands down. What I question is this: if you're telling me that I created you as this basketball specimen, why wouldn't you be able to get the number of championships given the opportunities that you've had? You've been in 11 finals or 10 finals? 11 finals?
11.
Or 10? I think it's
10, because he's 4 and 6. He's 4 and 6.
We can count them. Let's count.
10.
4 with Miami, 5 with Cleveland, 1 with LA. 10.
Yeah.
So 10.
Cleveland, he's been with.
Now,
yeah, I think that.
Now, mind you, I'm giving you credit for getting there because getting there is a hell of a task.
True.
But I'm equally confused at you not completing the task against a Dallas. So I'm confused at that.
J. Cole reminds me of
So, in my opinion, Jordan is better than him in terms of completing the ultimate task. But if you ask me to create a player as LeBron James, but Jordan's still the GOAT right now, and I've seen both of them play now. I ain't taking away from LeBron James. He's a dog now. Don't get me wrong. I'm enjoying both of them.
Yeah. So I think what I'm saying is, did you hear Fiance talking about? I heard Chris smile. Did you hear what Fiance come up on the hot mic?
Let's go, Eagles.
The Eagles are back in it. Listen, what I mean by if LeBron gets 5, the conversation changes. He actually, to me, enters the GOAT conversation because to have 5.
Enters. He wasn't in the GOAT conversation with you.
LeBron has in the GOAT conversation with me ever because of what you said. 07 is a wash. I don't care about 07. That actually is a championship that he got there. There's only one other player that had a worse team than that I've seen in my lifetime get to a final, and that was Allen Iverson. That's the only other team I've ever seen in that capacity. That Philly
team was trash.
Put some respect on that team name. That team had Philly on smash. Put some respect on that team name.
Didn't y'all have Derek Miller or something like that playing center?
That's my point. Dikembe Mutombo was the center of that team. How many points was Dikembe average?
We had Mutombo, we had Iverson, we had Eric Snow.
Listen to the rest of this team. I can help you. Aaron McKee, Matt
Geiger, yes.
Trash.
Yes.
Trust me, guys that made a lot of money. These are guys that played a long time in the NBA that I respect.
Yeah.
But when we're talking into the history of finals teams, Allen Iverson being 6 foot on top of that. That's the point. I'm not disrespecting the team.
He's not 6 foot. Stood next to the man, not 6 foot.
Excuse me. 5'10" Allen Iverson. Okay.
Yeah.
Took that team on his back playing shooting guard to a finals. That's what I'm saying about LeBron's 07 finals sweep. I was always proud of him for getting there that young. With Larry Hughes was his best player. St. Louis, Blues, D. Miles and Larry Hughes. You know what I'm saying? But Beige, you hit it on the head. 11, no excuse. Shout out to Dirk, Jay Kidd, Chandler, Jay the Jet, Deshaun Stevenson, all them guys was on the team because they were a good basketball team. But no excuse for 11. 14, you just beat the team in 13. Why didn't you beat them in 14? No excuse.
Okay.
I'll give him 15 off because if I didn't have Kyrie or Kevin Love either for the whole series, I would expect to lose too. 16, you won the damn thing. Good for you. 17, 18, you got to find a way because you started it. And then 20, he comes through. So that's why he's never been the GOAT to me. The GOAT to me, it is not about 6-0 to 4-6. That's part of it for me, but that's not the whole discussion. Here's the bottom line. And I tell this to anybody. Like, we all watched The Last Dance when it happened. He doesn't have
we lived it. We lived it.
Mm-hmm.
His mentality just wasn't go. Nothing about his mentality to me says go. Maybe
it was crazy.
Generation
It was crazy. They compare him to Magic. It was crazy. They compare him to Magic, but
and
even Magic mentality.
Magic was a cut.
But Magic, dog. If you Magic got that Midwest
dog.
Magic is a dog, bro. Like Magic had a different mentality, dog. Like he has Magic skill set, but not Magic dog.
No,
there's things that people need to watch. Hold on, Chris. I'm gonna let you go, and then
there's
things you need to watch. They need to watch that series that Mark Wahlberg and Ice Cube did, and they called this dude Tragic Johnson after the '84 finals because Magic cost him. And this is when Larry Bird was running off MVPs, and then Magic Johnson after that did not let Boston win another title when they played each other. Magic Johnson is a dog. I saw Larry Bird. There's 2 times where I've seen Larry Bird ever submit to another basketball. There's 2 players he's ever done it. Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan. In '86, he did Michael Jordan. That's when Larry was that was his last MVP. The whole God disguises Michael Jordan. That was Larry going, oh shit, here it comes. Like, Larry knew if we don't get it in the next year or 2, and they couldn't beat Magic in '87. And I remember when Magic hit the hook shot. What can I say about Magic? He's the best player I've ever seen. These are Larry Bird's words. So that's why LeBron has never been that to me. I think LeBron easily is in the conversation of greatest athlete to ever play. But I can name some guys that I think are better athletes than LeBron. I can. I'll throw one name at you right now just to make you go, you might be right, James. And it's going to be a wild-ass name, but you're going to see what I'm saying. I think Nate Robinson is a way better athlete than LeBron. Yeah, I would do that with football guys because you guys would understand exactly what the hell I meant by that. And it's no disrespect to LeBron because I know LeBron could go catch 10 touchdowns for Cleveland right now because that's how good LeBron was in football. But I know how good Nate Robinson was in football because that guy was first team all conference in a Power 5 conference while he was the starting point guard in a Power 5 conference. So, but I love LeBron James. I just know how to argue things differently than the rest of the world. This is why this show needs to go. Yes, we're going to curse. You put us on national television. We ain't going to curse. We're going to have Mike Bazemore on. He's not going to let us curse. But I'm going to tell the truth, America. You guys look at things the wrong way. Y'all want to look at numbers and analytics. No, I look at physical facts of things. And that's why the LeBron thing, he's never been a GOAT to me. I think he's one of the greatest players that will ever play this game. GOAT? Gotta win another title. Because the GOATs that I know have a bunch of rings. The Russells, the Jabbars, the Kobes, the Jordans. The magic number's 5, and then we can talk.
Okay. All right. So
how the hell did we get all the way to that? That was hilarious. I love
let's hit back to college football. Who is your four that are going to be in the finals?
God, I haven't even watched that much. I've watched like 2 Alabama games, which is
4
That's all
right
you need.
now.
That's all you need.
The 4 right now. Michigan State.
Right now.
Michigan State. Dylan. Spit hot fire.
That's spit hot fire.
Hey, you think Dylan will come on the show? Should we try to hit Dylan up on Instagram?
Like, we starting off this weekend. Come on now. You know what it is.
I will watch that question.
All right.
Let's do this. I will. Let's do it next week. We'll do it next week when we have the Big Ten actually in, and the Pac-12 won't be in, but nobody cares. So I'll watch that question. Let's get very specific. The Jacksonville Jaguars have Gardner Minshew as their quarterback right now. The Jacksonville Jaguars will end up with the top 10 pick. Do they go after a quarterback?
Hell yeah.
What you say, Walt?
I wouldn't be surprised if they did.
But do you think they should stick with Gardner?
What is his name? Gardner? Gunner? What is his name?
Gardner.
Gary Minshew. Let's call him Gary V. Minshew. Gary V. Minshew.
In my opinion, though, you know what he does do, though?
He's selling K-Swiss. I don't know.
He sells merchandise. So I almost kind of go, can you get him more help? Can you get him a little bit more O-line? I mean, shout out to James Robinson, one of Chicago's finest. His starting running back played at Illinois State. And James is doing a great job, but, I mean, get the guy some help.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Because I know we're long-winded, let's get into Give Me a Minute. Who want to go first?
I'm not going first. I don't even know what the hell I'm going to say because you messed me up last time.
I did not prepare. Give me a minute. I can go off the top of my head. Let's see. My argument for an 8-team college football playoff.
All right. Well, now you got to come on, Baze. Now you've been on this show. Like, don't be on the Zoom. Like, we got to.
I got you. I'm gonna be short and brief. Short and brief.
I need you to. You got to use the tagline. We paid money for this segment. You got to use
America. Give me a minute.
Name.
America, give me a minute.
Right.
There we go.
This is why we should expand the college football playoff to 8 teams. The reason why is all true ballers know you settle it on the field. We don't care about undefeated seasons. We care about the chip at the end of the season. The undefeated is the icing on the cake. So my proposal, you have 8 spots. The Power 5 gets AQs by who wins the championship, however the conference decides. You have 3 wild cards or 3 selections. That gives a chance for the group of 5 schools, if they run the table, to be selected, or if you have a 1 or 2 loss Power 5 school to get in. What you do is you cut back the schedule. You have 11 games in a regular season, excluding the conference championship and the playoff games. Then you allow those teams to have a game in a spring football season for them to make up that 12 games and get some revenue off of that. So that's how you do it. Let's expand the playoff to 8 games. America, that's my give me a minute.
Hey, Mike Bazemore for NCAA president. Emmer, get your.
I'll vote. Hey, I will vote for him.
Hey, can I put that on my ballot? Can I vote for the NCAA president right now? I vote for Mike Bazemore today.
That man got my vote.
We get some action.
I guess I'll go next.
Go ahead, Chris. I'm gonna go ahead.
What was that? Hold on, I just had it.
That was very strong. That was very good.
Oh God, it was perfect. America, give me a minute. I'm gonna be honest with you. I kind of went in left field and said with the whole let's rock the vote next week and all that stuff. I mean, well, next month because you got to vote. Please God, go vote. But I'm gonna be back to my ignorance. Has anybody else seen Tracy Ellis Ross Instagram? Is it just me? Is it just me? I'm just gonna put this out there. Like, is nobody else seeing this? Is nobody else seeing this? Like, the woman's 50 years old. I'm just gonna point that out. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please, by all means, go check it out. It's worth a view or two. So she's 50 years old, and go check it out. America, that's been my minute.
Boy. Boy. Tracy Ellis Ross, if you ever somehow come across this show, we would love it. If we had Tracy Ellis Ross on, we know we made it.
It's a wrap.
Shout out to Tracy Ellis Ross. Dr. Johnson. Dr. Rainbow Johnson. That's my show.
God.
All right. Well, that was definitely, two, ends of the spectrum right there. So I guess I'll go here with mine. America. Give me a minute. It's time for all of America and in the NFL world, because I've seen it on my great panel of two of the best football minds and players I've ever played with, to come to this realization. The Bears, at the worst, will be in the NFC Championship. And I'm going to tell you why. There's nothing better than a team that is not where they're supposed to be in their band. When everybody thinks, how in the hell are they the number 2 team in the NFC? That means they're doing something right that they have no business doing right based on their performances. So if you can start off the season and get through the games you're supposed to get through, and then run off wins against a Carolina and a Tampa Bay, teams that people are like, oh, that should be losses for those guys, and you beat them soundly, and you're the underdog in those games and you win, you're doing something right. And this is what's happening, America, and I'm going to help you. The defense has returned, and you have a quarterback that's only going to turn it over once a game. And that's all we need. He did it for Philly. He's going to give us a chance. And then after this year, it'll be time for a new quarterback. So bear down and bear with me, because it's going to be a mother if the Bears get to the NFC Championship. America, that's my gift.
America, the thoughts and opinions of James Madison Walton are of his and his alone, and it belongs to him and most people on the South Side. Those are not the views of most people of What's Good America. So with all that being said, please follow us on Instagram, What's Good America, Williams F. Baby, Pull Up Fitness with the Mob, you know what I'm saying? Get some of that insightful news to get your body and keep your body tight. Screwball, we love you. Come find us, baby. The Spirits Company, we love you. Come find us. Facebook, What's Good America. Cristobal Turner. He's still Williams F. Baby, but he's James Walton on Facebook. Follow the YouTube page, What's Good America. That's all we got tonight, folks. You'll probably get this whenever I get it to you.
Thank you, Mike Bazemore. We love you. We can't wait to have you back in a couple of weeks, Mike.
I guess. Thank you, Mike Bazemore.
Anytime.
Pull Up Fitness on Instagram. You know what it is. But What's Good America? Come holler at us. Follow us, baby. Subscribe.